Wonder Woman number 15, written by Brian Azzarello, art by Cliff Chiang. Last issue we left up with Wonder Woman meeting up with her sister and then helping her to find their brother Milan, who is a different son of Zeus. And then we get a little thing here of Orion of the New Gods coming down to Earth because reasons. So we open up in Brooklyn where a man, I'm just going to call him the Seer because he wears a blindfold covered in eyes. He's picking up a trash food. It's literally a burger or something. And he's about to start eating it when a boom tube opens up and Orion comes out. And they seem to know each other. And it's like, oh, hey, how's it going? And Orion tells him, hey, look, I need your help. I need you to find somebody for me. And the Seer is like, no, I really hate doing that. And all I want you to do is just take me away from here and take me to like your home world, New Genesis, because it's literally heaven. And he's like, I can't do that. I just need your help. And he's like, all right, well, how about you take me on a joyride first? So they hop on Orion's little flight scooter thing and fly around the Statue of Liberty. So over in Manhattan, Wonder Woman's talking to Lennox, just being like, all right, so where do I find our brother? And Lennox tells him, like, no, I'm going to be doing this on my own because our brother is not going to like you. No offense, just he's not going to like you, so I'll handle things. You can babysit Hera and Zola from now on. And we cut over to Hera and Zola. Hera wants to watch the Kardashians, whereas Zola wants to watch NASCAR. And they keep flicking the TV remote back and forth until finally Hera bonks Zola on the head with it. And Wonder Woman's like, all right, cut it out. Zola, you're in charge while I'm gone. Hera, here's the room service like menu. You can literally order anything and they'll just show up and give it to you on a silver platter. So both of you good? Great, let's go. So her and Lennox make their way out. And they go down into this weird like bunker looking thing in the side of a hill. And as they make their way down, they discover an abandoned subway that leads to some sewers. And as Lennox is making her way down, Wonder Woman's held back by a second because Hephaestus shows up. And Hephaestus is like, hey, can I see your gauntlets? Can I see your things on you? Just hold out your arms. She's like, why? She's like, just do it. And he holds her gauntlets saying like, hey, I made these. These are the like products of mine. And Wonder Woman starts saying how her mother told her a different story. But Hephaestus is like, whatever your mother did or didn't tell you, she did because she loved you. Anyway, I'm done. Just gave him a little tweak, tried to make him a little better because that's all gods do. They just tinker. So Lennox makes his way down and he comes across a little hubby hole of Milan, who is the Seer, the guy from the beginning. And he immediately is like, Lennox, you should go away. I don't want to see you anymore. And it turns out that Lennox came to him before in order to help him find one of their other sisters. And he apparently did some very nasty bad things to whoever that was. They didn't say who it is specifically. It might be Zaraka. I'm not sure. Anyway, at this point, as Milan's telling Lennox to go away, Orion pops up behind and is just like, I think I can help you do that. So then we cut over to Zola and Hera. Zola wants to go out, wants to get out of the building, and because she's depressed. She literally had her child stolen from her before even getting to hold it. And Hera, they argue for a little bit, and Hera's like, well, what else should I have done besides come after you? And Zola's like, why didn't you go after him? Why didn't you go after Zeus? And Hera's like, that's my husband. It's like, yeah, but he's the one who cheated on you. Like, do you get how that's literally the most reasonable option is you going after him? And so Hera, she gets up, she walks over to Zola and says like, yeah, how about we go out for the day? So at this point, Orion's standing next to Milan saying like, he wants you to leave, get out of here. And Lennox, there's so many names to keep track of. He's like, no, I'm not going until I get the information I need here. And so Wonder Woman makes her way down the tracks. She hears them arguing and she starts running down. And as Lennox is telling Milan, like, hey, we found the last one. We found the last unaccounted for child of Zeus. Orion freaks out. Is like, you found them? Where? And starts shaking Lennox. And Orion's just like, I ain't telling you shit. So then Wonder Woman steps in being like, hey, we got a problem here because I'm here to back up Lennox if you're here to back up Milan. And Orion's like, psh, you think you can stop me? Make me. So Wonder Woman jumps in the battle, and it turns out that Hephaestus's tinkers are that she can summon swords out of her gauntlets whenever she needs them. And the fight is about to begin between her and Orion before Milan is able to spray out a noxious gas filled with flies and seemingly stops them. But the last thing we get here is back in Antarctica where the Firstborn is, and the scientist has led the Firstborn to where his armor is, aka his skin that he took from the dragon that he slayed with his hands. And Firstborn's like, God, the gods are so arrogant, burying it so close to where they buried me. Like, this shouldn't be a problem at all. But then suddenly from behind them, 3 giant ice titans spring up. And it's like, hey, nephew, glad you're back. We're going to kill you again. And that's where it leaves off. It's good. This whole thing feels like just kind of a person of the week sort of thing, where we had the Zaraka thing, and this one feels like the first one that's leaving on any sort of real cliffhanger, in that now that Orion has entered the fight, it feels that we've gotten much more of a story that's going to be built upon. Because I feel like once the baby was taken, it's just kind of been standalone issue to standalone issue. But now we're getting something that's carrying on, something that's going to be more through the plot. So I'm interested, to say the least. And of course, the Firstborn's been going on. That's interesting as hell, and I'm sure he's going to end up being probably like the last one they find, because they're going to account for all of the different siblings. So overall, I'll give this one a 7.5. I did enjoy it. It had a few flaws with it, just in pacing wise, but it felt good overall, and it's a well-told story.